highly anticipated address to the nation on Afghanistan. He spent the weekend at Camp David, made no comment on camera as Kabul fell. In that time, he doubled our number of troops on the ground there in a desperate attempt to try to secure the airport and to control the exit. That has not happened yet, although we've been told that that's the focus of today for the White House, to try to make that airport secure. So perhaps the president will have an announcement on that in just a short time. In June, Pentagon top brass thought that al-Qaeda or a similar threat was a medium risk, maybe 2 years out. But this has changed all of that. Now the Joint Chiefs Chairman, General Mark Milley, telling senators that he is moving up that timeline. Let's bring in ranking member on the House Homeland Security Committee, New York Congressman John Katko. Congressman, thank you very much for being here today. First of all, what do you anticipate we're going to hear from President Biden moments away?
Well, I think what we're going to hear is a lot of trying to equivocate and trying to deflect blame for his colossal blunder. That is, not listening to his military commanders who told him he shouldn't be doing this. He's clearly out on a limb on his own, and he owns this. And he owns putting Afghanistan back on a pre-9/11 footing, which has terribly serious consequences for the United States going forward.
Yeah, we remember former Secretary of State Robert Gates said that, there had never been a foreign policy decision that Joe Biden, then senator, had been right about. And I think that criticism is coming back to haunt him today. And what he's going to say remains to be seen. I want to play this. This is from Michael Waltz, who served and who is very upset about what he sees playing out in Afghanistan, where he served as well. Watch this.
The fact that we are heading into the 20th anniversary of 9/11, where we are about to see Taliban and al-Qaeda flags flying once again over Kabul, is just a punch in the gut to every veteran, Gold Star family, 9/11 victim family. What happens in Afghanistan doesn't stay in Afghanistan. It will spread and it will follow us home.
I mean, that was the whole point of this mission, to make sure that we fought them over there instead of here. You represent the state of New York. Obviously, it hits home for all of us here in this state. What are your thoughts on what he says?
Well, he's absolutely right. And what he said at the end of the interview is probably the most important thing. It has profound implications for our homeland security. If you think about it, pre-9/11, the terror groups were allowed to metastasize in Afghanistan. They're going to be allowed to do that once again. We've already seen chatter that's sent out national security bulletins about them trying to do some harm prior to the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and that was before Afghanistan fell. Yeah. Now terrorists around the world are going to feel emboldened because America looks weak, and they know they have a terrorist breeding ground once again in Afghanistan. If you add to that something we didn't have at 9/11, but we have now, is a porous southern border where known and suspected terrorists are being apprehended at an alarmingly high rate before Afghanistan fell. Now that Afghanistan has fallen, I think you're going to see a lot more people wanting to come across that border and do harm to the United States. So we have a really very serious security problem here. And there's no place in America is safer today than it was 2 days ago. In fact, it's the opposite. They're much less safe than a few days ago. President holders.
Congressman Katko, thank you. Good to have you back today. Thanks for being here. So we are now just moments away. We expect about 3:45 Eastern time. We're going to hear from the